Western, obviously, given what's happened 2 years ago with Bruce Shepard and what he said, and what happened in the fall of last year, those are in many ways not unique incidents to Western. Those are part and parcel of the Western experience and what people of color experience on a regular basis here at Western, and what in many cases white students perpetuate on a regular basis. And so, how do I feel about the current racial climate on Western? It's not good. In fact, I would say that it's terrible and it needs to work on. Western prides itself on being a liberal institution, but there's nothing liberal about the way students act to other students and the way faculty sometimes treat other students of marginalized identities. And so I feel like students of color, especially black students, face a particular type of anti-blackness on campus, and it's inexcusable. And I feel like all students in Western, mostly the white students or students that hold privileged identities, have a responsibility to unpack that. And so I would say that the racial climate on Western is particularly tense, but it's only tense because now it's brought to the forefront of the discourse. It's always been tense for students of color, and we've always been facing hostility and racism and microaggressions on a daily basis, if not on an hourly basis.
I think that it looks like cliques where people who are the same culturally and ethnically like hang out together and exclude others, or it sounds like people being rude against a certain culture.
I haven't personally dealt with racism on campus, but I know that there's a sense of loneliness when you're on the campus and you're the only minority and as far as the eye can see. So as far as overt racism, I haven't dealt with it, but sometimes when you have certain achievements, if you go to the gym and you just happen to be strong, that might say it's because of your race, oh, you just happen to be African American, so of course you're strong, as opposed to the fact that you work out all the time. Or if you get really good grades all the time, they're well, you're African American, and then so you just happen to be really smart. So that's the only ways that I've seen it here.
I think outside of school it's a lot more common. Yeah, jokes would be the most common way. People still won't really combat that kind of issue. They won't really, if somebody makes a racist joke, they won't really argue against it or say that's wrong.
Well, I haven't directly encountered it, but we've had some problems, especially the first quarter, and so I hear about it, and it's in the campus papers and occasionally on the news, but I haven't directly encountered